is this even supposed to mean? Was it a horn?
Good morning, this is April 29, 2019. It is 6:20 a.m. right now. One important thing to note here is that since the time I've gotten up, I've already drunk this bottle of water, and I also drank this bottle of water, and then I again refilled it and I drank it till here. So it's interesting to note, because I'm doing this documenting thing, it's interesting to note that I actually, especially when I get up in the morning, I do drink a lot of water, which of course leads me to lots of troubles when we have to go outside somewhere. I have to keep searching for the toilet, the first thing that I have to do. I'm gonna start off with a few mobility stretches to just wake my body up. It's actually true. Say when you actively go into a higher state of consciousness, that is about meditation, a lot of ideas, creative ideas come into your mind which wouldn't otherwise come into your mind. This is kind of like my morning schedule: mobility stretches and then meditation. So I just love the last part, this meditation part, so much that I just don't want to get out of it. And this chirping of sparrows and birds, I love it. I have a few thoughts in my mind that I want to be sharing. And number one, the first thought is about uploading videos to YouTube. So in a couple months or so, it's gonna be 2 years since I started uploading videos to this channel. More or less, I kept putting out something. I got really fascinated with video editing, and around the same time, I saw these YouTubers like Sam Polder, Peter McKinnon, Casey Neistat, and seeing them, I felt I want to do the same thing. Lately, a lot of different kind of content, like spoken word poetry and animation, complete animated videos. That brings me to the second point of my thoughts, and that is the kind of content.
There's two types of content creators. One is the sellout and one is the selfish. So a selfish creator only creates videos for themselves. You know when you make a video and I'm like, I would so watch this, right? And it's like, yes, you're the only person that would so watch that. And I've made some of those videos too, where you just think you're so smart and you look so cool. But that's selfish creator. You make stuff that only you understand, right? No one else would get it. A lot of PhDs or scientists end up making this mistake where they talk on a plane where most of us have no idea what they're talking about. And then you have the sellout content creator. The sellout only makes for the audience. The sellout goes, oh, what's trending this week? Let me make a video about this. Oh, that buzzword, or I'm gonna chuck it in there. And that doesn't work either, because that's hard to refuel. It's hard to feel meaningful. So the truth is the marriage between the two. You want to listen to people to find out what their challenges are, but you want to draw from whatever you're learning to serve that challenge.
So yeah, I feel the kind of content I've been making is pretty much on the extreme of what I would want to see, what I would want to make, what I would really understand. And what ends up happening is it's only I who watches it. But this is not a sustainable thing. Instead, I want this to be a two-way communication, build a community where you look forward to watching my videos. And that brings me to my third point, my third thought, and that is, what do you want to see? I can sit here and make an estimate, I can make 1,000 assumptions as to what people would want to see. And according to my channel analytics, the videos that do well are vlogs. I feel like my life and looking at what I'm doing is not going to add value to the viewer, but that's just something that I've learned is there for the audience to decide and not the creator. If you genuinely liked any of the content I've made, let me know in the comments down below so that I can double down on making those kind of content, those kind of videos more. My fourth thought is, the basic premise of making content for me now is to put my life out there. Just let it be as raw as possible. I'm not gonna put a lot of fancy edits into it. I'm not gonna put a lot of fancy music into it, unless if it is with the vibe of the video. So if I look at myself right now, I feel I can put the vibe that I can bring into this world into 3 main aspects, and that's positivity, minimalism, and gratitude. In no way have I completely understood these 3 aspects, but I feel I have a very strong affiliation towards the 3, and I think I'm going to use this channel as a platform to live out these 3 aspects. And the last thing I want right now is that the camera isn't recording. I just check it once. Right, so it is recording. Right, so this is 3 p.m. right now, and I've spent almost the most of my afternoon reading this book, Genius Foods. So this is like the first book. I consider this as an anchor point in my journey of understanding nutrition. One thing that I'm changing right now is cereal. So I'm used to having cereal in the morning as part of my breakfast. I'm gonna replace cereal with oats, because cereals tend to have a lot of artificial flavors, artificial colors, and sugar, and less of fibers. It's 5 p.m. right now, evening. I want to put one segment into this vlog. So I see a lot of YouTube videos, and there are days when I come across a particular YouTube video and I feel like, man, it's so good, and I wish more people could see it. So there are days where I come across a word where I want, like, okay, this word is actually very good, like people should know about it. But I'll think about it, and we'll put this segment a name from the next episode, if you will. So the video for today's segment is why we can't stop eating unhealthy foods. This video is by Ted Med and a scientist and professor of health policy, Laura Schmidt. Schmidt, is that how you say it? Schmidt. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I love this video because it is in complete accordance with my current field of trying to learn. So that's nutrition, and it just she perfectly picks out points which I've already been reading. It's basically about how the food we eat is affecting us and how we can take a step if we want to prevent this. I'll definitely drop this video as the first link in the description. Do check it out. It's a very nice video. And for the word, I came across this word called peruse, P-E-R-U-S-E. Peruse, it's to read something typically in a thorough or careful way. I'll examine carefully at length. Peruse. Wearing this beanie every single time I have to shoot, it's convenient, it's not a problem to wear it, but it's just in like summers, it just feels very warm from inside. I'll probably figure out a way to get like a lighter one. I feel like someone may not get anything out of watching these videos, but there may be someone who would enjoy watching these kind of subtle kind of videos, and I'll try getting out of my room as much as I can. One thing, of course, it'll act as a good vlog content, but another thing is, every time I go to Joggers Park, which is at Lokhandwala Back Road, it helps me in my practice of being conscious, being present. When I see like the world outside, feel nature a little more. That's one thing I'm trying to do. I see my life as a story. Everyone's life is a story, but the only difference is that it's only you who can tell your story. No one in this world can come and tell your story for you. And if nothing, just simply keep talking to the camera, because at the end of the day, that's what I enjoy doing a lot. By the way, I'm posting one post every day on Instagram, so I'm super active there. So tomorrow there is, as I said in the morning, the last Viva, so I have to get a few prints of the report. So this plan of getting the report print done right now was probably not a good idea, because it took me 20 minutes there alone to get this thing done, and it's what, 8:10 right now. So I just need to rely on my... What's up with this? Activa 5G 101, there's this something called, I don't know what, but it gets locked for some reason, and you put the back side of the key into that lock and open it up. 9:30 p.m. leaving gym. Kind of a complicated situation. I'm gonna reach home by around 10, and I have to edit the entire day's vlog. Long day, 10 o'clock almost. Like the first half of the day was so cool, so nice, everything was like, yeah, was enjoying the process. But then the second half of the day, the only stress that kept going in my mind was, how am I gonna edit it and upload it? So I feel I have to get mentally more relaxed about it. Just keep the edit very simple, not anything fancy, nothing fancy actually. That's one thing I learned today, is to keep yourself more relaxed. I found myself panicking when, I was standing there at the Xerox center and the guy was just taking too long to spiral bind and all that stuff. And then when I came back to the bike, there was this lock. I didn't know how to figure that out. I'm gonna try and do this every single day now, so it's gonna be challenging, it's gonna be tough, but I'm trying to embrace that difficulty, I'm trying to embrace that discomfort. If you want to be a part of this community I'm trying to build, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.